I got all button happy there for a second. I was going to start getting story time on at the beginning of the show. What's wrong with me?
You're
Many
just
things.
so eager. You're just so eager to hear it. You see, that's what it
I'm all
is.
twitchy, all
Yeah.
clicking buttons, all twitching. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Talking with Heathens.
Oh, indeed. Hello,
Well,
hello. Welcome all.
hi, all.
Hello,
Twitch.
everybody, and welcome to another Wednesday show. Hello, I want to say hello to everybody here in comments. Get to them. Hello,
Good evening.
Commenting.
Diane. How are we?
Hi,
Good evening.
Diane.
Ooh.
Hey, Joshua.
Oh, they're just skipping forward everywhere. Hello, Joshua. Miss Flowers. Good evening to you. Evening, Mary Beth.
Hey.
Oh,
Hello
Oh,
to my
gang's all
sister.
here. Hey, April.
Good evening to Tanya, which she'll be
Hey.
our guest next week. The
Yay.
fourth
oh,
Fox
excellent.
Christians. She will
Excellent.
be on the show next week. So good
Oh, the
evening
best way
to
to start the year. I'm so happy.
you. Good evening, Heather. How are you doing? I just got a card reading by Heather. What a good card reading too.
Aw,
Oh, really?
that's
Yeah.
nice.
I don't let too many people give me readings. Papa's vouch for that. The last time I had a reading was by Papa. It was a rune reading that he gave me, and that was the last time I let anybody give me a reading. And Heather gave me one today, so it was a good one too. Hello, Misty. How are you doing?
That was over a year ago too.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I don't let too many people. I tell you, I keep saying I'm very protective of my energy, and I don't let too many.
Mm.
I don't let too many people inside that energy bubble. I guess that's the only way I can.
As you
Say.
should be. I mean, we have
Well,
to
you're
protect
right.
our cult
Yeah,
leader.
I don't blame you, but I'm the same exact way. I could not tell you the last time I got any sort of
Mm. You're right. You're right.
reading.
So many people here tonight. It's good to see everybody. Our last show of the year.
Oh,
Can you believe 2023 is over with?
yes.
There's a
Yeah,
few Facebook users that we can't recognize, but hi, you are loved and recognized.
Hey.
Hi, Facebook users.
Oh, they're coming in thick and fast, aren't they?
Joshua says, "How's everyone feeling?" I am feeling fantastic. I'm glad that nasty crud that I had is gone.
Mm.
I
So much
feel
so
Yes.
you're
supported.
feeling twitchy.
I feel
yes,
so much
twitchy.
better. Yeah, but now I'm just twitchy. Click twitchy.
Oh, well, twitchy's good.
Hello, Richard. How are you doing?
Hey, Richard.
Susie, all the way from Tasmania.
Oh, Susie. Hello.
Hey, Susie made
Hello,
it.
Susie.
Give her props. She sent this. I didn't even realize she might have told me, but I don't remember. But I got a gift from Susie today. She sent 2 books for my boys to
Oh, that's
read.
Oh,
so
very nice. That's
sweet.
lovely.
So thank you for that, Susie. Papa's having
I
internet issues.
No, Papa, come back, Papa.
Oh,
We are excited to
oh my
have you
God.
on too next week, Tanya.
Oh, hi. So excited. I love
Oh,
the
Misty.
excitement. Hi. I
So
wish I could just acknowledge who the Facebook users are. There's like so many
Hey,
of you guys.
Misty.
I don't know if it's the same person or.
it's
Oh,
Patrick. Probably won't show up here.
what's up,
Hmm.
Patrick?
And then one of them is Billy Joe. Hello, Billy Joe.
Hey,
Oh,
Billy
there you
Joe.
go.
Yay.
Heather
Nice.
says she is
Oh,
feeling great. We are feeling great too.
yes, indeed we are. Well, Papa seems to have gremlin issues at the moment. But,
He's coming back. He can't. I like. No, come back. No.
oh my God, he's gone.
Oh no, not Papa.
I
Oh my
said you gotta
God.
put him back above me. I miss him
Oh,
already.
I'm
Mm.
sure he'll be back.
well,
He's
let's
probably
hope
just
so.
got to reconnect to a Wi-Fi or something. His Wi-Fi sucks for some reason.
Hmm.
Coolsies.
Patrick, stay frosty, buddy. Thanks for coming by and saying hi. So yeah, we're just like end of the
Ah,
year show.
Susie.
I figured we'd talk about a little bit tonight about just kind of reflecting on our past year.
Oh, I want Papa to come back. I don't want to start without him.
We're not starting quite yet. We still got to later on into the show as well. We got another episode of Denton's Story Time.
I love you, Billy.
We're looking forward to that. What's this week's about?
It's
Denton?
how Freya got her necklace. I think is the one. Yes, the blessing one. Yes.
You picked that one to start to do it for this week.
Um.
Just a random idea, like I'm going to do this one, or was there a reason
Yes.
behind it?
Well,
Denton was
it,
clearly thinking about me. That's why.
well, it was. I was. I was. Yes, I was thinking about you. You see, you inspired me. You see, that's what it was.
I was
Yes.
kidding. I was
Mm.
kidding.
But it was just, it was just kind of random. It was one of those sort of eeny, meeny, miny, mo things. I thought I'll do that one. So yeah, come to think, I must get another one ready and send it to you actually at some stage. So you can play around with it. Oh, and yes, another one for Denton's Tales as well for the new year.
Have you already got your new ones done?
Oh, I have a few, yes, sitting there. So that's no.
He just
that's
wait.
no
He just
problem.
been waiting around after the holidays before he starts pushing them on me. I got some
As
more
if,
for you, do
as
Sid.
if I would do that. I'm only going to send you like about 10. I mean, really? You could do it standing on your head.
I
Oh boy.
can really, to be fair.
Wait, no, he's old, Denson. He will like die if he tried to do that.
Well,
Don't do
I'm
it.
old. I'm older than him. If I can record them, he can twiddle with them. So yes.
Oh, well, you
Keep
know.
them healthy, like the grandkids. You see, keep them healthy, and young, or kill him, one or the other.
Heather says, "Oh, I felt good about your reading, Sid. I felt good about it too.
Aw.
It's spot on. So thank you
Sweet.
for doing that."
Thanks for keeping us posted, Sin.
Our internet went out all day, and they had to fix it.
Mm.
There is nothing worse, man, losing your internet. I have a little bit of like panic attack, a little bit.
Yes, you feel sort of cut off, don't you? Like,
Yeah, well, everything I have in my house, as far as like what I watch, everything I do is based around having the internet. Like I stream everything. So if I lose
Yes.
internet, I have no form of entertainment at all.
Yes, you're just isolated from, you're cut off from the world, sort of thing.
I
Yes.
hate it.
Mm. Oh, delightfully overweight cat.
Sin, I
Oh.
need a picture of the kitty for science.
Oh,
Sin,
yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's kitty.
Josh has got the right idea here.
Ah, nice.
He is grilling out. Look, he's back.
jealous.
See, now,
Papa's back!
Oh, he's
now
back. Yes,
you
he's
can
back.
breathe again more when you can breathe again.
Yay!
You know, she was worried about you. Very worried.
Very much so, yes.
Yes.
And we got another
I had
Denton
to
story.
teleport to get closer to the router.
Now you're in the dining room, aren't you? Dun 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 dun. He's a traveling papa.
It's a little closer to the router.
A lot better reception. A lot better. So we got Denton's story time tonight. Plus we got some new music by friends of ours all the way out there in the UK. Farrell's son. We'll be playing some new music by them. So I'm excited for that. So yeah, year in review 2023. How was you guys' year? How would you guys reflect on your year? How would you consider it? A good year? Fairly decent year?
Who goes first?
You, Morwen.
Well,
Absolutely not.
you're Marwin.
I want to go
You,
last.
Morwen. No, ladies first. Ladies first.
Absolutely, yes.
Ladies first.
Identify as a cat. This was a year of growth for me. I grew spiritually. I grew closer with my parents. I grew closer within myself, lots of introspection. I healed from a heartbreak, so that was fun. So lots of growth and definitely lots of selfishness. I'm learning to be selfish, and being alone is like the best thing ever. People, please have time for yourself. Being selfish with yourself is beautiful. I'm so happy.
Has this been the year of like? Is this like something new for you? Like, since I've known you, you like to travel a lot and go to different places and go to concerts and meet other new people. Is that something new that's happened for you in 2023? Is that you kind of like saying, "All right, I'm taking care of myself"?
Literally that. I like to travel by myself. In general, I can go either way with people or by myself. But going to concerts, doing things by myself, like most of my travels that I've done by myself, precious. I've been happy every single time. I've gotten closer with family. I got close with my brother. We lost Papa. No,
Oh, not again.
no,
What's going on tonight?
I can't talk anymore without Papa. I need Papa here.
He's annoyed the computer or the internet or something, obviously.
I'm sad.
It's not the same without him. I mean, that little thing chasing its tail just isn't
It's
the
not.
same.
It's not Papa. I need to
No.
see his wisdom just emulating as he listens. It's empty.
Yes.
I feel a little.
Was
empty.
that so? More was that hard for you to do? Was that hard for you to do? Is to be able to say it's okay for me to do these things?
It wasn't hard. I just didn't realize that's what it meant to be healthy, selfish. Like, you're not being selfish in a narcissistic way. You're being selfish. Like, no, this is self-care, bitch. Stop it.
Yeah.
And learning and actually embracing and appreciating that. Aw.
Well, you know, someone spends all these years not really properly taking care of themselves. One would think that it'd be a little bit of a process to unprogram yourself to say it's okay. All right, it's all right. It's all right for me to go out there and enjoy myself and go out. I caught myself a couple of times over this November when I took off to Gatlinburg, and then headed over to Papa. I had moments where I had to tell myself it's all right to enjoy myself because I was out on my own doing the Gatlinburg thing, doing the vacation-y type deal on my own. And I was like, man, this sucks because I'm out here by myself. But I had to remind myself it's okay to be able.
Oh, he's back.
Papa's back.
Back again. Back again.
Papa came back just in time to just.
Yes.
Apparently, there was some secret Wi-Fi here at the house that I didn't know about, that I just got clued into and was able to switch over to it, and everything seems to be much better.
Oh, good. Well, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same without you. That little thing chasing its tail round and round. It doesn't make up for you not being there. So I'm glad you're back.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, if it helps any, I do the same thing as that little icon from time to time that chased my tail around.
Well, what you do in private, dear, is up to you. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
I have to see that for science. I need to see these things. I mean, and Misty, I will see you soon. Like next year is coming up. So.
And by all means, everybody who's watching right now, if you share your story, tell us here in the comments what some of the defining moments of 2023 is for you guys has been.
Yes.
And we'll share it here in the live show with you.
Yeah. Good.
So and also I'm just gonna add one last thing, and it's this right here. You guys becoming my brothers. That was special to me. That's
yes.
all. I'm done.
Yes, very much so.
What about you, Denton? What are some of your highlights for 2023?
Well, I have to say that one of them would certainly be meeting you three. I mean that it's always nice to meet new people and nice people, because I met so many of the other kind, especially in the security business. I met a lot of those. And the three of you are lovely. You know, it's been really nice to meet you coming on this show. That's been quite a highlight. I also decided to be a little more extrovert than I have been. I thought I would be a little more out, if you know what I mean. Because back in the theater, of course, I was extremely extrovert. We all kind of were. We were artistic and all that. But when I was in the security business, I sort of toned it down. You know, you couldn't really say, "Oh, you cannot bring your bicycle through the shopping center. You must leave forthwith." It wouldn't have gone with the uniform, you know. So I sort of was a lot more restrained. But I thought recently, why not just be a little more theatrical, like I used to be years ago? You know, so that's
I encourage it too. That was one of the big things I loved about you, is how theatrical you are when it comes to how animated you are when you talk. And that you're just an easy guy to get along with. It's funny how the universe displays certain people in your lap. When I met Papa, I had no clue. I didn't even like him.
You realize he can hear you, you know.
Well, I've told him this before.
He was nervous about me.
Yeah,
really?
I was really nervous about. It wasn't that he was intimidating. When you see the typical guys out there dressed the part, they were the ones that you kind of want to like, okay, what's this guy really stand for? What is he representing? It wasn't that it was I didn't like him per se, or I was just very cautious about who the person are, because people claim to be a lot of things, and when you meet them, they're totally not anything that they say they were. And I experienced that a lot during that time, so I was just a bit cautious of Papa. And then then I know where he messaged me. He's like, "Hey man, I really like to be on your show." I was like, "Huh? Shut the fuck up! No, you don't. No, you don't." And he goes, "Yeah, I do, man."
The audacity.
I'm like, well,
oh, well, look, anyone who smokes a pipe must be all right, because and nearly anyone I've ever met who smoked a pipe was quite a nice, tranquil sort of a person. So the pipe smoking looks good.
And he doesn't look like a
depends
douche
on the type of pipe.
What?
It depends on the type of pipe. And there's a lot of pipe smokers in the inner cities that smoke a different kind of pipe.
Oh, well, we know
Aren't
about
quite
that
the same.
kind of, yeah, we know about that kind. Yes. By the way, who's the pink elephant behind you there? So yes, we know about that one. We know about.
Why does Papa have blisters on his lip? Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
What
My
is the-
bad.
what are you doing? What is happening, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
went there.
a witticism. The witticism. So that's what that is. Yes.
Anywho,
Tanya says, for me, some of the best things this year was personal growth in my spiritual and my business paths.
I'm so happy.
That's
Those are all good things.
Yes.
I saw-
none.
I saw some people said that this wasn't the best year for them, and you have my heart. I mean, it's always good to know some people have great years, even if started bad, it went good. But if you had a consecutive shitty year,
Hmm.
I completely understand, and I'm sorry. And you have my heart. This side, you have my heart entirely. Apologies, anatomy. I are done.
Not to make light of it at all, but if this year was the shittiest year, I think those were the words used, the shittiest year ever, then next year is going to be better.
Yeah.
And that's hope, and that's something to look forward to. It goes up from here.
I guess it's all about how your perception of how the year went. 2022, I could have said it probably would have been one of my worst years, but it probably was. I lost 2 people in my life, and in 2023, it was just like finding myself again. So I have to say that 2023 was a lot better year for me as far as personal growth and learning how to cope with certain things in my life that I wasn't prepared to deal with in the first place. So 2023 has been a good year, though, as far as things that I've been doing. It's just been we started off a little bit slow. Me and Papa did when we first started doing shows. While we was kind of trying to find our footing, figure out how we wanted to do the show. First of all, we had, we started off like kind of just like bouncing ideas everywhere, really, is what I was doing. And then it started becoming more structured as the year went on. And we started coming up with these themes and topics. And I started realizing we both did, once we started doing the shows, that just kind of feeding off of what inspires me throughout that week. And we had a lot of good topics this year. We honestly did. I think one of the biggest, most important ones I think we had was the episode about change.
I watched that one. That was a good one.
It was a lot of this year was a lot of trying to find our footing. Then here we are at the end of this year, 2023, and we're starting to close it out with a bang. It was a little bit trying to find where we wanted to do with this show, how we wanted to go with the show. Me kind of rediscovering myself and my place in this whole big divine plan that the universe has for me. It's been one of those type of years for me.
That's good. That's good.
And then Kathleen here says she knows, Sid, that I beat cancer.
Ooh,
Congratulations to you on that. Yes, we've had many talks in private about that. So it's good to hear that you finally got that damn thing beat.
That's wonderful. Yes.
Jen says 2023 wasn't bad. My business has done well, and I had a few adventures.
Oh, wow.
We love that.
No, we'd love to hear about those.
Facebook user, another tough year. I lost another brother to cancer in October. Trying to get through health issues, but good days ahead. Know it. Love you all. I like the fact that I love how when you read these that you'd feel them claiming it. That's blessings. They're claiming the blessings. They're not going.
I know this was shit, but we got this, and
I got this. It's going to be a better year. You're owning it.
And no, you have support. That is one of the reasons why we are here. We are here to let you know you can always reach out, and if someone can, they will, and you're not in this by yourself.
Yeah.
Susie says just started burying sandalwood for us all for thanks for all the lessons of 2023 and all the blessings yet to come. 2024 is going to be a big year. I can feel it.
Let's hope so.
It's going to be a big shift in energy for everybody. Things are just going to explode. Maybe that's why I came back from Fire on the Mountain also on fire. Because I just kind of feel like something big's about to happen for everybody.
Hmm.
We've had last 3-4 years has been kind of shitty from 2020 on. It's been either COVID, everybody's getting sick, everybody's dying.
Yeah.
There's just been a lot of bad events one after another the last 2-3 years. I just feel like 2024, it's just big. And I think we're going to get it big this year.
And I think we're finally coming back to a place of normalcy. The whole COVID thing was such a culture shock to everyone. It disrupted everything, your absolute day-to-day life, down to the simple things like going out to get groceries were impacted by COVID. And we spent such a long time with it that we're coming out and having to relearn our habits, our routines, how to go about life, how to interact, how to socialize. Social distancing put people so much behind a camera screen and not meeting face to face. So we're kind of relearning how to live with each other again in ways. And going into 2024, I think we're tipping the scale, getting back to what we were pre-COVID.
Well, let's hope so, because I mean, COVID had such a disastrous effect. And like in Britain, the number of hotels, restaurants, things like that went out of business because of lockdowns. And then, of course, at the end of it, we discovered if they hadn't had lockdowns, it really wouldn't have made a damn bit of difference, which is the annoying thing. But it did become so restrictive. You were terrified to stick your nose outside the door. And people are still, I think, very much suffering from that. We still haven't really got back to the communicating that we did before. It's had a terrible, terrible effect on life in general. So let's hope that goes completely.
I've kind of enjoyed it. Just let me be in my room. Nobody bother me. And I'll just do my shows.
Well, I tend to do that. I mean, I tend to sit here kind of 24/7, but that's by choice. And it's a big difference to see if I choose to isolate myself, this grumpy old hermit in a room somewhere. But when people tell me I have to do it, that's another matter. Then I want to go out, you see.
Well, I think it's been that whole COVID thing was a hot mess. And it put, like Papa said, it put everybody in a culture shock. And I used to be such an outgoing guy in front of people in person in real life. And now you put me in that situation, I get withdrawn, I have anxiety. I gotten so used to being behind the camera during all that time. Everything was done, at home. You had to stay at home. If you went out in public, man, could you imagine going back to the masks and shit again?
Yes, that was a pain. It really was. Totally.
Well, that's been a big part of my 2023. I know I missed a little bit in transition, moving, teleporting to hopefully better service. But 2 out of the other 3 of you here, I got to meet in person this year. While we're on that subject, even exchange and experience ritual with. Sid, I got to meet with you twice this year, once in July and then again at Fire on the Mountain.
Can you guys believe that? Can you believe he invited me twice to his house?
A wonderful, wonderful evening with so many of my nearest and dearest with Morwen to catch a Highland ritual here in North Carolina. So Denton, you're next.
Yes,
you're coming here or I'm coming there, but
I'll come there.
I feel like we should go there. A
bucket list for me anyway.
Oh, there you are. Yes, bucket list.
I need to go back to my motherland. I miss. There's a particular place that I didn't go to the last time I was there, and now I have 2 places. I have to go back and see you, Denton.
Oh, well, what particular place is it you'd like to see?
So, I learned that. So, I'm Irish on my mother's side, and the maiden name is Bailey. And I was looking for the land which the family name originated, so I can do a little bit of research. And I found out the name of the land the day before I was leaving.
Yeah.
So essentially, that was a sign for me to eventually return. So I planned on going back maybe next year.
Well, I hope you do, and look me up. Yeah, I can give you the tour of Dublin. My rates for tour guide are very reasonable, so you'll be all right. I'll look out.
We'll get you an interdemon discount, Groupon.
Well,
get a tour from a local, a historian, and a friend is the trifecta.
Well, of course, we'll have to do a special show about it.
Well, that's true. Yes, the adventures of Maureen in Ireland, kind of thing. That would be. Yes, that could be good.
How did Maureen get her necklace? Denton.
They were. Yes, that's a very good question. There's a very good question.
So it's that time. Are we ready for some Denton story time?
Yes, very much so. Yes.
I have to abstain from that because it would look awfully big-headed if I said yes. I want
Too
I want to
late,
see
Denton.
me. I want to see
You
me.
just
Too
did.
late, Denton. Too late.
You just
He
did.
would go on to either way.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, guys. We are now.
I like you.
We are going to play you guys this week's episode of Denton's Story Time. Enjoy. We'll be right back, everybody. You're watching Talking with Heathens.
Oh, hello. Welcome to another gripping installment of Denton's Story Time. And what wonderful story do I have for you today? Well, the Norse goddess Freya was very partial to gold. She was very partial to quite a few things, actually. Yes, she didn't get her association with love and romance from nothing at all, I can tell you. No, not by a long way. But in particular, she really liked her necklace, known as Brisingamen, a wonderful golden object manufactured by the dwarves, who were, of course, famous for making amazing things like nobody else could. Thor's hammer, Mjolnir, and Odin's spear, Gungnir, for example, they possessing a wonderful, unmatched craftsmanship, which just goes to show size doesn't really matter, well, at least when you're making things. Now, whether it was an actual necklace, as we would understand that term today, like a string with, say, golden beads on it, or it was a torque, which was more like a solid band of metal, well, that's hard to say. Nor if it had any particular magic qualities, as other things manufactured by the dwarves did. That isn't made clear, so anything on that is pure speculation. Now, the name Brisingamen is an Old Norse compound word, the second part meaning a torque, an ornamental neck ring, while the first part comes from the Norse word Brisinga, a poetic term meaning amber or fire, something that glowed or shone brightly, and that would make it the shining torque or the fiery torque, indicating that it was very brilliant to look at. However, there's another possibility. The word may actually be a reference to an otherwise unmentioned race of beings with the same name, the Brisinga, in which case that would make it the torque of the Brisinga, whoever they are. As I said, there's no mention of them anywhere else. One theory that I saw is that the dwarves who made it were the Brisinga. So in that case, it was named after its makers, presumably by its makers. Talk about blow your own trumpet. They certainly weren't hiding their light under a bushel. But how did Freya get the necklace, or torque? Well, that was really a bit of an accident. Well, it wasn't planned at all. It was a pure accident. The oft-quoted story of the origin of this necklace, or torque, take a pick, is recounted in the saga of Olaf Tryggvason, which was compiled from various old tales that have been handed down by word of mouth over the centuries. Not the best way to keep stories accurate, it must be said, given the fallibles of human memory. And it was compiled in written form by two Christian priests in the 14th century. Also, not a very good way to keep old pagan stories accurate, since it clearly promotes Christian ideas and values as a result. Well, I would expect it was a couple of priests wrote it. Anyway, that story goes as follows. So you have to be a little bit suspicious. One has to take it with a pinch of salt, given how we come to have it. So this is how it goes. Freya was trotting along one day, enjoying the sunshine or whatever she was doing, when she was drawn by the chink chink ding ding sound of metalwork in progress. Little hammers busily banging away goodo. And on investigation, she found herself in a forge where there were 4 dwarves, and they were finishing the most beautiful golden necklace she had ever seen. She's instantly filled with desire for it. Oh, she's full of desire. She was filled with desire quite often, but usually for romantic escapades, including her own brother on one occasion. Yes, but now, this time, she forgets all about lovey-dovey things. They just don't matter. They fade into the background the moment she claps her orbs onto that brilliant, glittering necklace, and she's determined to have it. Oh, yes, she has got to have that necklace. Now she offers to buy it. "You must sell it to me, for I have to have it," said she. "I will give you treasure. I will give you silver. I will give you gold, for I cannot live without it. It is so beautiful." But the dwarves, they're sort of, they're having none of that. "All the silver in the world, nay, all the gold in the world cannot purchase it, for it has no price. Thus it can't be sold. No." Well, that doesn't sit very well with Freya. I mean, she's a goddess, after all. Goddesses don't like hearing the word no. Not by a long way. And these are mere dwarves. I mean, dwarves. Not very tasty ones at that. So she's not giving up that easily by a long way. "Is there nothing in all the world that I could give you that would make you sell it? For I must have it. Is there nothing that would tempt you?" Like Oscar Wilde's famous quip, the dwarves can resist anything except temptation. And they look at Freya. Yes, they look at each other. Wow. They look back at Freya again. And they like what they see. At least they really like what they see. You know what I mean? They know a good thing when they see it. And they say something along the lines of, "It were made by all of us, so you must buy it from all of us, individually. For the treasure we requires is the treasure of your affections. Oh, we like you. Oh, yes, we really do. We really like you a lot. So you must bed, each one of us in turn, for a night. And after 4 nights of bedding, it shall be yours." Now, Freya looks at the dwarf. She's not impressed, to say the least. She isn't filled with a desperate romantic desire for their nocturnal company by a very long way. The dwarves are not exactly studs, you could say, but she is filled with desire for the necklace. Oh, yes, she's positively lusting after it at this stage, and she agrees to the bargain. She'd agree to anything to get her mitts on it. So after 4 rather less than passion-filled nights, we must suppose, she is the proud possessor of the wonderful golden necklace. It becomes the very symbol of her, in fact. Well, she's less than proud of how she got it, and kind of, they just sweep that under the carpet, sort of thing. And in the telling of the tale by the 2 priests, of course, her behavior is seen as rather sinful and disgusting. Talk about disgusting. But the promiscuity of it, how shocking! It's disgusting. It's a promiscuity. I mean, who would have seen that coming? Well, for someone who once sat on her own brother for a bit of panky, how's your father, it doesn't really seem all that out of place. Oh well. The necklace is later involved in various adventures, which I won't go into here, including being stolen by Loki, who else, and then recovered by Heimdall. Now, here is a silver pendant, probably an amulet or talisman. The original is in the National Museum of Sweden, and this was discovered in the grave of Volva, a Norse shaman. And she was buried around 1000 AD in Östergötland in Sweden, along with her wand and numerous valuable items. Of course, Freya was the first of Volva. And this pendant shows a woman with a large necklace, we'll talk, around her neck, and is generally thought to represent Freya herself, with her famous necklace for a Singerman. So that is the usual version of how Freya acquired her wonderful golden necklace. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, I shall say goodbye for now, and see you in the next video. Oh, well, rather, you'll see me, but you know what I mean. Goodbye till then. Thank you, my public. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes.
Then you absolutely have a gift for storytelling.
Well, I do my best. I do my best.
So she got gangbanged.
You could put it that way. Yes.
By
yes.
by dwarves.
By dwarves. Yes. Only 4, but at least there weren't 7 of them. So that was.
I'm dropping the hammer.
Yes, I think Warren is a little overtaken there somehow.
I mean, she is pretty. I mean, this chick is pretty loose, isn't she? I mean, she's banging her brother, fucking dwarves.
Yes. The other gods walked in on her one time, and she was bestride her brother, as they said, having, as I said, the sort of hanky panky house of father, and they were kind of making fun of her, But yeah, she was.
Before Christianity.
Yes.
Sex was for procreation, of course, but also for leisure activity. And so the sanctity that we think of in marriage in modern times with Christian influence wasn't quite so prevalent then. Of course, you would swear yourself to another person and be together monogamously, but there was very polyamorous activity across the board, and that was a normal thing.
That was a normal thing. And of course, because all the Norse stories, of course, were handed down by word of mouth, and then they were written down by Christians. So, of course, naturally, they were putting a Christian slant onto things, which they did with so many things. I mean, like they took the Norse concept of hell and turned it from just a kind of a maybe slightly boring version of life into this place of punishment where you got poked with pitchforks by laughing demons and all these sort of alterations, which is a bit unfortunate. It's a pity the Norse didn't use the runes to write books, which they could have, but I mean they only use them for decoration or for putting on stones and messages like Olaf went somewhere and died there, or, this kind of thing. They could quite easily have written books, but they didn't, which is a great pity, I think. So,
and they were still much in the tradition of oral.
Yes, everything was
passing down through those stories. Sid, not in that way.
I'm on the wrong fucking show tonight.
I
just
recovered. And we're back. And we're back.
Good. I'm glad you recovered, because I thought you were having a bit of a fit there for a minute.
That was like a medieval story time / porn episode, is what it felt like to me. I mean,
a lot of them are hot and heavy.
I mean, 4 dwarves gang banging a chick for a necklace.
Yes, it's not the sort of tale you would probably tell at the Vickers Garden Party.
Like a 16th century porn to me.
Well, yes. Oh, don't worry. There might be more to come. You never know. Stick around.
Sid,
I'm not the only one around here. See,
Sid, if Denton tells the story of how Loki made sure to not fail his bet for the building of the Asgard wall,
yes, that will
get really hot and heavy.
Oh, that will be coming, and yes, it's got animals and everything in it. Yes. Oh yes, that will be a long too. I think I have one actually done. I think I'll send that to you next, Sid, about the Jorvik coprolite. You probably may not have heard of that, but that's quite interesting.
I mean, I guess it was a common thing back then to get gang banged by dwarves.
Well, I don't really know whether getting banged was, yes, whether
I,
by dwarves.
Wow,
I don't really
wow,
know.
wow.
Haven't you ever watched
That's
Willow?
I you know, uh,
I thought
I
it was a great story, and I love how Denton changes his voice. He made that horror sound really sweet, didn't he?
Oh, I thought I sounded absolutely delightful, dear. Yes, perfectly lovely. Yes. Oh, yes.
I mean, he made that horror sound like purdy.
Well, I'm awfully good, you see. I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but I got a big horn over there I can
Oh
blow.
fuck, this
Oh
is a
no,
good
yeah,
one.
no, that's no, no.
Man,
Yes,
this
that's
this is
Asgard.
this is gonna go dark real quick. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I tell you, the Eagle on the Muppet Show would not approve of this show at the moment.
This show,
Mm,
this would be a proper
mm.
ending of a year show of it if this show didn't go south at least once in the show.
Jim Henson's ghost is over here shaking his head.
What? No, I think he's laughing along with us because Jim Henson was a twisted fuck, and I loved him for it. Have
I
y'all
didn't think
seen Dark?
this way he
Have
was
y'all seen,
shaking his head.
have y'all seen Dark Crystal? Like,
Oh yes.
have y'all
Yes.
seen it not sober?
Like Thor and the Thunder Down Under. Oh my goodness!
You see what we've done? You see what? I don't even know who's
Next time on Denton's Story Time, Thor and the Thunder Down Under.
I like that. Yes.
I love that. I need somebody to make that into a comic. That is just beautiful.
I mean, it was a great story. I'd never heard this story before. I never knew how she got the necklace. Now that I know,
Maybe it would make a short movie, and Peter Dinklage could be the head dwarf. How about that?
Gimli.
Yeah, Gimli.
No. He's
Oh
Thorin,
my
man.
god!
Make him Thorin. Big stocky one.
Oh, Susie Fulmer. Yes, Susie. Yes.
So we got to finish the year out with a Denton Story Time, and what a fucked up story that was.
And there's this debate about while the name Brisingamen includes a word like for torque, they still debate was it actually a solid ring or was it a necklace more like we know today, and they still argue about that.
I
Like
was speaking of necklaces, I was watching the show Expedition Unknown, and it was the newest episode, and he was doing a treasure hunt for a ship that crashed in the Bermuda Triangle, so 2,000 years ago, whatever the hell it was. It was a Spanish ship. It was carrying 2 treasure chests, and it sank during hit a reef, and it sank. And they found a necklace. This necklace, it was just huge. You could wrap around our necks 2 or 3 different times. But it was designed like a chain link, so they could take a piece of this link out. It was meant to be worn all the time. So if they're out at the traders post area and they're trying to do barter and shit like that, they're able to take links of this necklace off to do the bartering with and buy it and sell it.
Very clever.
This necklace itself was they said the estimated price was $5 million.
Ooh,
for this necklace.
That was some necklace. Yeah.
But
that's what jewelry was. For the most part back then, it was your currency. The rings that you wore, your bracelets, that was your currency. You would walk around the market and take a ring off or...
Well, that necklace, was your money that you were bringing with you. Oh, I like that. Here, have a piece of a necklace for
They had the legend says that the reason why there's still people trying to find these treasures because the biggest prize is a 5'2" statue of Mother Mary holding baby Jesus, but it's made out of solid gold.
Oh,
and it's supposed to be it's supposed to be sunk somewhere at 15 to 20 feet below, in the sand of the ocean.
That would be worth finding.
The treasure they said was estimated to be about $1 billion worth of treasure between the 2 chests. $1 billion.
But you would never see near that much, though. It would be very quickly taken from you. You would have to keep that a secret and chip pieces off.
Well, I think that was the key to this is a millionaire that's helping the government do these deep dives for the treasure. So everything that they find is going right to a historical society, and they're bringing it back to life to put it in a museum. But just you talking about the necklace, the story about the necklace reminded me of that big, how, and it was probably dated, about that time, what they would probably look like. It's probably what they built as a chain linked necklace that they're able to take links off and trade to barter with.
Well, that's fascinating. Fascinating. It was certainly a very interesting thing to find.
Yeah. Well, anyway, sorry. I'm a big
This talk about jewelry made me want to put my rings back on and be like, yeah, show of power, all the jewelry I could wear. Yeah. Whew.
And when we're not going to ask you how you got them, so don't worry. It's all right.
Pirates wear golden or earrings made of precious metal to cover their funerals. Oh, I didn't think. I didn't think about that, but that would make sense. I didn't know that. Susie agrees it makes sense.
Oh, yeah, yes. Good for you, Susie.
Hello, Irene. Good evening or good morning. I think you're all the way out in Japan.
Oh.
So good morning to you.
Ohayo gozaimasu.
I think I got that. Yep. See, look, I got it right.
Ohayo genki.
It's morning time for Susie as well in Tasmania. I'm so excited for the kids. Them kids got those books from Susie today, and Noah was like, just super excited. He loves to sit down. Daddy, sit down so I can read to you. Okay.
Freak flags are flying high.
There's not enough pictures in it, boy. I can't read it. So did you guys, since we're into the end of the year, do you guys do any New Year's resolutions? I know we talked about before the show. I figured I might bring it up again during the show. Does anybody do resolutions? What about you guys out there watching the show? Do any of you guys do resolutions?
No.
I sure don't.
I absolutely make personal resolutions.
But I do that all year round. I guess maybe just personal goals.
This is a time for me to set a goal for myself for the year, instead of just for the day or for the week or for the month. This would be a big goal, something that I want to challenge myself with, to keep me pushing, to keep me stepping, keep me going, to prove to myself.
Everybody seems like they're a lot like me. Just nope. I know I'm going to fucking break it. So what's the point?
Yes. There isn't really much point in doing it, is it?
Why? Why did they make this?
Push yourself toward the practice of discipline. Discipline itself is a practice. Can you hold yourself to something? Can you follow through? You want to set a challenging goal, but also a realistic goal. And I think that's a lot of people's problem or issue with taking resolutions is you set a very lofty goal that's too difficult or unrealistic to accomplish. You want it to be challenging, sure, but also make it attainable.
Yes, if you set the bar too high, you're not going to obtain it. You're
setting yourself up to fail.
Yeah.
I'm all about speaking things into existence and then following through. So I say, if I say I'm going to do the thing, then I'm doing the thing.
That's what the resolution is to me. I'm speaking it into existence. I'm challenging myself and I'm telling myself I'm going to see it through.
But I'm willing to bet you just don't do that once a year, though.
No, I do it in small increments. I do it daily. I do it weekly. I do it monthly. But I do big ones for the year.
Maybe I just hate the fact that we had to designate a day that one time a year to say, hey, I'm going to make a New Year's resolution and I'm going to do this one thing that's going to take me all year to do it until the next year so I can make a new one. I hate that.
No, it's a tradition. And I think it comes from the Persians, if I'm right, the taking that resolution on the new year. It comes from the Persians.
But if you think about it, January 1st is not the only New Year's. I mean, some people just mentioned like Samhain is the Celtic New Year. You have the Jewish New Year. Like, depending on your calendar, it doesn't have to start on January 1st. So having a New Year's resolution.
Well, I mean, traditionally.
Well, yeah.
I think we could all take a note from the Chinese New Year. They do it up.
I'm more like Papa when it comes to this whole resolution thing. I set goals for myself throughout the year, or standards. I put standards for myself to meet certain goals that I want. I don't know if that's a resolution or what, but I guess it could be me saying, hey, this is what I'm going to achieve and this is how I'm going to achieve it. So I'm setting standards throughout the year. I'm not that one. I'm not like the traditional New Year's and here's my New Year's resolution for the year. I don't do that.
Hmm.
I do
I
that
usually
throughout
keep
the year.
mine personal. But there is an occasion while we're celebrating Yule later on into January where the tradition of Stumble comes about, and we do a traditional 3 rounds, and at the end it's reserved for oaths, toast, or boast, and an oath is the same as a resolution. You're proclaiming something, you're manifesting something to be, and you're going to be held accountable for making sure that happens. Those witnessing that oath or you claiming that you're going to do this thing are all witness to it, but also there to help keep you accountable.
Susie says here, page 1 of 2023 is my hopes, dreams, desires, spiritual more so than I look back at as the year ends. Irene says, this is a lucky year of the dragon, so buy 2 dragons. I have one facing west and east.
I do love learning other people's cultures of how they celebrate the new year, how they bring in good luck, to purge, to welcome in new things. I love learning about them. It's
Good evening,
fascinating.
The
Lee.
Chinese New Year, they all take off. You see the dragon parades, the fireworks, they really do it.
Yeah, they really go to town. But then you get that thing in Scotland where you the first footing, where you arrive with a lump of coal. That's a tradition they have there. You're the first person to sort of put your foot in, and you bring coal. Possibly in times gone past, when there was people didn't have much in the way of fuel. I suppose maybe that was a good idea. But yes, these traditions are quite interesting, how they vary from country to country. I always find that quite fascinating. But there are sometimes during the year there'll be something I'll do. Oh yes, I have to do that now. I'll make myself do it. But I would never make a formal resolution like this great binding statement. That I swear I will do this thing or die, sort of thing. No, I certainly don't go there.
And I absolutely understand it's different for everybody. Personally, I enjoy structure. I enjoy routine. I enjoy discipline in a way, and other people are very different. So sometimes resolutions aren't for them. They want to live more free, not have that, and that's perfectly fine if that fits you.
I bathe in chaos then.
Of course you do.
You go with chaos theory. The butterfly flaps its wings and something happens on the other side of the
I
world.
bathe in it, I guess.
Then strip
I'll
naked.
waller in it like a pig.
Unbelievable.
I don't know. I don't know why, but I like a bit of structure too, I guess. But I also like that chaos factor too. I like when things doesn't go exactly as planned and it goes off rails, and then it's all at that point. It's all improv at that point. So you're just kind of using your wit and your character to keep things moving along. I like things like that.
To me, that's life in general. So we have structure to balance it.
True that too. True that.
Because you never know what tomorrow brings. You never know what the next minute brings. So in a sense, it's constant chaos, and structure brings balance to the chaos.
Yes.
The unknown.
I need to work on the structure then.
You can also just thrive in organized chaos. It is the chaos that you can control, and whether you want it big or small.
I do have that a little bit. I think I have like an organized chaos. There's enough organization where I can keep track of myself somewhat. And then there's days, and then there's times where I'm like, okay, this is not so organized chaos. This is just straight shit show now.
It'd be like that sometimes. Oh, hi.
So 2024 is gonna be a big year. We got already got some guests lined up. We got Tanya, like I said, coming on from Norse Fox Creations.
I'm so excited to see her again.
And then on the 10th, we have Heather Powers from Earth Soul Divination. She's gonna be hanging out with us. We're gonna be talking with her and meeting her. So we got some guests coming on, then some topics.
Do you have a calendar, Sid?
I told you it's an organized chaos.
I'm so proud of you. That's growth.
Very good.
Well, I always have it. I just never use it.
Well, you start. I'm so proud.
I have started.
I rubbed off on you in that. Never mind.
By the way, how would you guys how did you guys spend Christmas? You guys have a good Christmas?
Yes. Yeah, mine went well.
Nice dinners.
Oh yes,
That's
yes.
beginning of the show. I'm all late to asking important questions.
Oh yes, yes. The food was good. You know, everything went well. As the expression in Ireland would be that the crack was 90. Now that is a completely meaningless expression, but crack is a word that means yay, happy, fun, good times. Why it's 90, I don't really know, but that's what they say. So
It's close to 100, but not quite 100, so it's up there.
yes,
It's a
yes.
proper scientific phrase, and I love it.
Oh, that was very scientific. Yes. Very.
Did you have a good Christmas, Morwen?
I did. I had a very lovely solitary Christmas, and I got super drunk on meat and crashed.
Oh, that sounds
Beautiful.
I
nice.
saw you put that tree up.
I did. You saw that my beautiful tree.
Mm.
I did it. I did it, guys. I got myself a tree.
I mean,
And I
she
She
said,
did it for Jacob.
next level. She really did. She really got herself into the holiday spirit. But didn't she take a picture in a Christmas dress next to the Christmas tree that she put out? I mean, she went next level this year. I mean, she went from Grinch.
Yes, I saw that photo and it was
Oh,
lovely.
God.
Yeah,
oh,
she,
let's stop.
In
that photo
2023.
was lovely, Marvin. You look really lovely in it. It was very
Okay.
nice.
Well, it's good to see. It's good to see though, because when we first met, she was like when we started talking about doing the holidays coming up. She was all Miss Grinch about it, like I don't celebrate, I don't like Christmas, this and that. And
But she did
27
it in her style. Did you? I could not tell from the picture, but did you have a samurai sword across your lap while crouched for that picture?
It was my hammer, my war hammer.
Okay. I saw the handle and
What?
the pose. I wasn't sure,
I
but
Wait,
even better
Let me
that it
get
was
this
the
straight.
hammer.
Yeah,
Let
that was
me
a
get
great.
this
It
straight.
was a great picture. And a matter of fact, I must say I like what you're wearing at the moment. It's very colorful. It's very nice.
Thank
I mean,
you.
let me get this. Let me
No, absolutely
rewind
not.
this a bit for a second. So
What-
that
what-
picture of her in the Christmas tree in that Christmas dress, she had
Sir,
Thor's hammer in
doing?
it too.
What are you doing? Yes, I had my baby with me.
And the stuffed penis, I think, was on the
I
tree.
absolutely had to have
What?
hammer on the tree. Yes. Hammer
Well,
was
yes, I
absolutely-
mean, yes, you had to have
I-
that.
What in the
I
skull
did it.
is
I
going on over there for Christmas?
I had to listen. I only had like
I said
4
she did it in
ornaments.
her style.
Yes, I must say it's different. Most people wouldn't celebrate Christmas with Thor's hammer,
And
you
a penis,
know,
plushy
and,
penis
and
in
a
the
stuffed
Christmas tree.
penis. Yes.
Listen here.
Mm.
And I had a
Well,
TARDIS
if
tree.
it wasn't for God's hammer, there wouldn't be a Christmas.
Well,
Thanks.
that's entirely true.
Oh.
Yes,
Oh.
absolutely.
Lee said it looked like a katana. Nope, that was Thor's hammer.
It was
See,
my
Lee, I thought the same thing.
it was my hammer. I was trying to get the lighting, and guys, it took like half an hour to get the picture. Like I could never be an influencer because just taking selfies was a pain in the ass, and I did that shit myself.
Well,
So
you gotta make
Yeah.
sure you fit Thor's hammer in there. You gotta make sure you
tried.
fucking fit the
I had to
plushy penis in there.
and I had 2 students made me ornaments, and I put them on a tree, and I was like, I got to make sure I have it. And then my friend sent me a potato, and I was like, you got to have the Yule potato. You got to see that. It was somewhere there, and I had to make sure everything was there.
You went
It's-
glamour shots.
I did it.
You
Guys.
brought props and everything. Well, good for you, though. I'm glad that you did. The whole point of holiday spirits, cheer, happiness. You look like you was happy in the picture. It's a good
I was
picture. I just
ecstatic.
didn't realize there was a hammer in there and all that other
It's one of
All
those
that
things where
other
if you
stuff.
look,
hidden
it's-
object game. Oh, there it is.
yeah, you keep staring at it, something else pops up out of nowhere. But honestly, I wanted to just make people happy. Like, hey, look, this is a time where a lot of things in the world is fucked up. We should be happy. Whether you're by
Yes.
yourself or with family. And listen, I was by myself and I was perfectly happy. And people were family
Good for
and they
you.
were happy. And listen, all that matters is for a moment in your life you felt pure, blissful joy.
Yes, yes,
And
absolutely.
if
important.
my silly penis-filled tree made you smile, then damn it, I did something good in life.
Yes,
It makes
well,
you
yes. You
smile.
always make us smile. You have a very nice personality. You'd
No,
make anyone
no,
happy.
this is not about me. Listen, guys, I'm trying to. This is not about me. This
Yes, it
is
is
the bigger
about you.
picture. No, it's the bigger picture of all of
It's
us.
about you.
There's a bigger picture now. Yes,
It's about you.
It's
it's
about
about
you.
you.
You being in the Christmas spirit.
This is very
Getting
She's
there.
deflecting. She's deflecting.
You know what? Here, there. It took me long enough for there. There.
It was good
Oh,
to see you got into the holiday spirit. You was
I
resistant
like
within
I like
first.
that. Yes, I like that. I thought maybe you were going to go into a soliloquy, like alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well. There hung the lips, etc.,
Uh,
and all that. Yeah.
and just for good measure, because I am me. Here we go. There we go. Ah.
Oh, he doesn't happen
What
to. He doesn't
in
happen to have a big squishy penis by any chance, does he? No.
look, it's one
Oh, look. I'm not going to make any comment on
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm done. I'm done, everyone.
I
Yes,
I'm done. I apologize.
yes. But
I
look at that
don't
thing. It
know
needs
what
Viagra.
All right.
it's the blue.
I'm an adult. I will mature. I am sorry. I am so.
Well, it was bound to happen at some point in the show.
Yes. Well, the
Better
show has
be
been
at
very
the end.
mature. It's a very mature show, actually, up to now.
I'm so sorry,
Okay.
It
everyone.
wouldn't be
I'm
a
gonna
problem.
save Morwen here, and Denton,
Yes.
you might appreciate this illustration. Cindy and I picked it up as a piece of art from one of our favorite people. But here is Freya.
Oh,
You
yes.
might see her necklace there.
I do. I see that. Yes. Very good. Very good.
We
I
see a
like it.
few others here.
Oh, yes. There's some nice art.
And I think Rick and Misty are on here. This is a piece crafted by Rick and gifted to us a couple of Yule seasons ago.
Oh, very nice.
That's
Yes, yes,
gorgeous.
lovely stuff. That is
Yeah,
really nice. Yes.
Oh,
it's
that's
here in
beautiful.
the dining hall.
Oh, I like it. I like it. You have some nice stuff there.
Huh.
Oh, yes, yeah. Well, Susie is right. Yes, she loves your art. So do I. Yes,
We
yes.
love to support other pagan artists, whether it be in illustration or handcraft of other forms, or
Yes, that's important. Yeah, I think to do something like that. Mutual support is always good. Always.
Kids, did we have fun tonight, kids?
Mm, mm, mm.
Papa, I've got to ask you before we go. How was your Christmas? I know you don't celebrate it technically. You're getting ready to celebrate it here soon, right?
We had a little bit of a Christmas we do each year with Cindy's family. They come up and spend a day with us, and we all eat together, enjoy each other's company, and gifts all around, and especially the kids. And that's what it's really all about. I know so many people in the pagan community get very upset about Christmas even existing. Of course, the date is incorrect, the ideas behind it, whatever your beef is. But I want you to take a minute and think, is there ever a day in the year where there is so much joy as Christmas Day?
Yes, exactly. Yes, you're quite right.
The children,
Agree more.
the children light up. They are filled with joy. Their parents getting to see their children filled with joy are filled with joy. Is there ever a day in the year around the world of so much joy? So yes,
Absolutely,
be upset about the date, whatever you want to, but don't take that away from them. Those
No.
kids didn't make the date. They didn't
Exactly.
mix up
Exactly. It
when
makes them
Christmas was
happy.
supposed to be.
Yeah,
They
look
don't run
forward
the
to it.
church. They aren't Constantine. They didn't do that.
Exactly.
Don't take away from those kids.
You're quite right. And for any pagans who might complain about Christmas or Christianity as such, really should remember that virtually all the tenets of the Christian religion are pagan, and everything connected with Christmas is borrowed from pagan. I mean, the only non-pagan thing is the fact about Jesus being born. Everything else is pagan things adapted. So actually, Christmas totally and 90% of Christianity is rehashed paganism anyway. So I mean, that's something pagans could bear in mind. I think it's quite important.
Take it
Yeah.
as a compliment. Take it as a compliment.
I
Well, I
look
mean,
past,
imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So there you are.
Indeed.
I look past all that stuff, and I just look at like what Papa just said. It's for the kids.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
I'm not going to push it. I'm not pushing an agenda on my kids. Let them believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck how far it dates back and who created it? I don't care about none of that. All I care about is seeing the kid's face and and I can use him for blackmail. So don't ruin it for me. If
Yes,
you don't
that's
behave,
important.
Santa Claus is not going to bring you your gifts.
Mm. Mm.
But
Yeah.
there's no better feeling than waking up in the morning, seeing the excitement of the kids get up at 4 o'clock
Oh,
in the
yes.
morning,
Yes, yes.
Only
When they're
time.
jumping on you.
opening up presents,
Oh,
trying to run RC remote control cars throughout the house at 4:30 in the morning,
yep.
or
Yes,
them
been there,
singing a
done that.
stupid fucking YouTube song called "Skippity Toilet" over and over and over again.
What?
There was
Skippity
no 4
toilet.
o'clock in the morning here.
Oh, there was 4 o'clock in the morning here.
I
Yeah.
was up at
I was
6
like, go
waiting
to
like
bed.
this for the
Get
kids to
Danny.
get up. Like,
Yeah. Yes, been there, done that, being jumped on in small hours. He came. Oh, did he really? That's wonderful. Yes.
It was one of those 4 o'clock in the mornings.
Yes,
They're
been there,
up.
done
I
that.
can hear them rustling around. I get up, and they hear me take one creak in the floor, and they're jumping out the rooms. It's time to open presents, Daddy.
Yes.
Fuck, can we go back to sleep? No. But it's
No.
fun to watch the kids get all excited. There was a bunch of toys and seeing them do all that. I'm not taking that away from some religious belief or agenda. It's just keep it simple that they love Santa Claus. Santa Claus bringing presents. It's the spirit of Christmas. Being around family, fellowship, having dinner, being around people you love.
Yes.
And having those defining memories to be able to carry that your kids are able to carry on when they get older, when you're long and gone as well. Like
Yes,
what I do.
it's good. It's a happy, fun time, and agendas, as you mentioned, agendas. I mean, religious agendas have caused so much trouble over the years. I mean, we've only to think of the Spanish Inquisition or Saint Bartholomew's Night or something like this. So religious agendas are best forgotten about, I think. Just think of the good things.
But it was a good Christmas. I had a surprise friend come over and hang out for the holidays. So
Was it Scott?
That was Scott came over
Yeah,
and
I'm so glad Scott came over.
met his girlfriend and had dinner with them, and we watched told stories of when we was kids. That's always fun.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
How we'd wrestle each other around in the living room and beat the hell out of me like he's Macho Man and I'm Hulk Hogan. Stripped down and run to wear oiled up, ready to wrestle in our tube socks and tidy whities.
Well, get the yellow T-shirt and rip it off.
I was too scrawny for that, Denton.
Oh, okay.
I could.
Well, wear the yellow T-shirt and just
I could have barely ripped a fart at that time. If I did, I'd probably split myself. I was a tiny little fucking guy.
Oh.
Anyway,
how does this always happen to us?
We're just randomly talking. Anyway, you guys, we are out of here anyway. This is the end of the show. We are at the end of the year, show.
But we randomly talk so well, you see.
We do.
We do.
We do it so well.
We do.
And thank you, everybody, for whoever supported us this past year. We want to take a moment and say thank you guys for all this love and support, you guys.
Yes.
Without you tuning in, watching these shows, interacting with us, it'd be kind of pointless to do them, wouldn't it? So without you guys, none of this would be possible. So thank you guys for all your support, sharing us out, watching, interacting. 2024 is going to be another big year for us. I can see it now for everybody. All we got to do is just claim it. You guys have a great evening. We'll catch you guys next week. We got Tanya from the North Fox Creations on the show with us. So it's going to be a great show. And before we go, we got one last song for you guys. From a band called Feral Sun, all the way out there in the UK with their song Better Than You Know is their new single. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy. Be safe out there when you're out there partying.
Absolutely.
Designated drivers out there.
Happy New Year.
Get one.
Happy
you guys
New
have
Year.
a great night. See you guys next year.
See you. Bye.
Fjallvetir Workshop is dedicated to the old ways, offering a wide selection of animist ritual supplies, divination tools, altar goods, and home decor, including premium reindeer hides imported from traditional herders in northern Finland. Whether you're just starting your spiritual journey or looking to expand your collection with a custom drum, we have everything you need. Visit our online store at fjallvetir.com and discover the beauty of mountain spirit.
She eyes me like a Pisces when I am weak. I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box for weeks. Been drawn into your magnet trap.
Better than you know, better than the soul you trade. It's better than you know. Better than you know, better than the soul you trade. It's better than you know. The soul you trade is better than you know.